Hey everyone, so in the last video I showed you this GUI and a different one, and basically what I'm working on for Fate's Emblem. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you some more in-depth video of what this actually does, and I'm going to actually be uploading one of them to the toolbox for you guys to use. So let's get right into it. Okay, so basically I already showed you that this is the character item menu, items, stats, equipment, other stats, you know. But I didn't actually show you how this looks. So let's go into the tab, open up Exploring Properties. Let's just give you a sneak peek. So it's called SAO. It kind of resembles it. If you ever play the game. So this is where it all actually happens. So I'm just going to show you. Let's do this to 0, and you'll come down. So there's a lot of stuff in here. Holder basically holds this one, Marketplace, which is this one, Other, this one right here shows you the social, yeah, pretty much, stats, and Twitter code. So there's not much in this one, so I'm going to show you the other one instead. So let's just go over there. This is what I'm going to be giving away. So I've already coded it to where if you push it down, it sets to a random animation that I set. You can change this however you want. So as you see, it already has the animations, even has a close function. Which one was it? Okay. So you can change this however you want, or you can add things, but it already set up for you. So basically how this works, let me show you. I'm gonna go in the config. Okay. A lot of stuff here. But basically, let's just expand this. So basically, these things right here, except for this one, and this one, they're basically everything that's in here, so the buttons that you're clicking. The layout is just this whole tab, this window. I'll show you. Let me just that doesn't work. Okay. EC, just, that's what it basically is. Name. Close function, this is just a button to close them. And this is the background for it. So if you open these, all of the buttons I just showed you are all, to get them to where you want to be, just go to size, Y, and they're all 360. So you see they're all 360. Show you just for every one of them. It's all the same, basically. So here's where it gets crazy. Twitter code, if you want to use this or keep it, is quite insane, but I've left instructions. So for the Twitter code, all you have to do is just go to main, Twitter code system, and redeem system, and just click the code, Twitter code system. So basically here, I set it all out for you. So basically here is just for using the time limit function, which basically means when the code should expire. Here you can see that if it's less than 1 day, well, in the day, then it's only valid to that day. So if you do this in 15, it's only valid until the 15th. But if you use the double equal, or it's equal to, then it's going to be valid on that date only. So here's where you're going to enter your codes. These are all for a different game, just for testing purposes. I left them as this. You can leave these blank, and these will render as an actual code. So just for your information, they can still get that. So over here is where you're going to be putting in. So fire server 500. So when the code is activated, this is how much the money or whatever percentage of something you want to give that the player will receive. So as it's set it up in a different game, 500 is how much money they're going to receive. So if they get it correct, they gain 500 cash. I should say that. But if they get it wrong, they don't gain anything, and the code says that it's either already redeemed or it's expired, which makes it easier for you to find out if it works or not. But I haven't had any issues yet, so we're just going to keep it as is right now. But each one of these scripts, if to end, as you can see, these are all one script. So you basically go down by like a thing of, I don't know how many, but we'll say 10, something. But basically, these are all one code for every code that there is. And the more you go down, the one you'll find. The easiest way to find out which code is which is to look at this button. So code 3, that corresponds to code 3. Makes it easier. Code 1, code 1. So you understand. I wouldn't suggest adding any more codes that there is, because this script is already overloaded. This is just for personal convenience, but if you want to, you can, but it's probably not going to work as best as it is right now. And I will be revamping it later, because I have had some issues where it doesn't load for certain days. So I'm still working on how to fix that. As for graphic settings, you saw it doesn't really work, unfortunately. Oh, I didn't want to do that. That's position. As you see, this doesn't actually work. I don't know. We're just terrible at scripting. Usually, it will just like render things differently. Like it's gonna turn off different usually. Okay, so for this I set up it in a different game. It usually just removes some items of a game. Not a biggie, but that's just what happens. And it doesn't work yet. It doesn't work in this world specifically. Turn that back. But as for Varium, I'll show you how this is all set up. So basically, let's just open this up. There's 360. Basically, how this is set up, as you saw, this is usually where you're gonna actually buy. You can actually set this up to be, so the amount is this, like how much Robux it is for the text value. Basically saying that this is 100 Varium. So once you get slot 2, you get text label. You also get an added amount, which you can just say how much more you get, which makes it more worth the price. Because if you get 10, this would be a value of 60, but you get 50 plus 100. So you're paying for 60 Robux worth, but you're actually paying for 50, which is, I think, is a good amount. But as for the buy script, pretty simple. That's just a place down script. Purchase. Basically, you just set it up as a marketplace value of what you want. I'll put that in a different video, maybe. Or you can just look it up on YouTube, I don't care. I'll find out something to do. Still working out this whole YouTube thing, so we'll just see what happens. But basically, just put the ID in here, and it should show up. Make sure you get the right one, though, or else it's going to show up for, as you, like, I'll give you an example. So if you pay for 10, like this one, you might end up buying this one instead. So just make sure you get your values right, or you could cause issues for the player that's paying for them. Help button doesn't do anything yet. Still working on that. Probably add whatever you want. Before I upload this is just a preview model, but there will be a basic Jew here that's for, like, if you want to add any more buttons, you can. And basically, if you do, then you can just map them to that. So it can basically be like a loadout or a preset for whatever you want to add. I'm also going to be adding the stats menu that I showed. Now, this isn't working yet, so, because I haven't scripted yet, but this will come out later after some of the games I have already get them. It won't be the same, because I will update them in my games, but you'll get the gist of what I made. And I also will upload the inventory model, as you can see. So let's just turn this back. So the stats menu. This will be different later. Probably change the coloring and the basically overall design. Because right now this just has way too many frames in it, so I might end up making this an actual one file or one thing, as I did for one of my the previous game for the little stat Joey up, like right up here. I ended up making that one thing. So as for that, so I'm gonna upload the inventory to maybe 0.5. You can see, as it's when you're not in the game, it doesn't actually load the icons for this. So that's also one bummer. So I'll show you what it looks like right now. As you see, it loads right up as you get on there. You can change, since there's nothing in here, it's not really easy to verify which one you're actually in. But if you do click, this one will be gear and this one will be items. This one doesn't work yet because I haven't scripted that one in yet. But you'll be able to add your like things or whatever you want. But you won't actually find these on here. I'm just going to be uploading the avatar viewer as well as the item inventory. But that's all going to be in a later update with this video. Well, in a later video update about how these are right now. So yeah, the teleport things we'll worry about later. As for this stat, I'm not going to be able to link this. This is just a simple little thing. If you want to let me know if you want to actually own it, then if I get like 50 comments or something saying that you guys want this, or something else in my Discord, or however you contact me, then I might consider it. But right now it's just not really that important. As for, let's just close this. No. Okay. Now, as for this market, I will actually upload this up to the toolbox so you guys can actually use this as a reference market or for whatever you want. So this is probably the first thing I'll upload, because this one's actually already done. Though the selling function did work, but I ended up getting rid of it because the mining aspect of the game didn't actually function right, because you can only mine for like once, and if you died you wouldn't be able to mine, or well, you would be able to mine, but you wouldn't be able to pick up any items. Like if you're roaming around, you press D on this, you would be able to pick it up. If you mine one of these, it drops, you pick it up, but once you die you can't pick it up anymore, no matter how many times you try. So this will, I'll probably add in something before I upload it, so you guys can actually use it properly. As for these buildings, I'm not going to upload these. Maybe. If I get 100 100 likes on the video, I might consider it. But that's about it for that. Actually, I might upload this instead. This little doc. I'll probably even upload the... actually, no, you can't do that yet. Roblox doesn't allow it. I was going to say I probably would upload this world for download, but I don't know how to do that yet. So that's all there is for that. I'll just close this. Anything else to show? Oh yeah, right. Also another game we're working on. Dawn Defense. So this is the first game that I started working on. Quite fun. And sorry, broken. That's a nice way to start this. This is the first idea I had. Because as you can see, it's like it's relatively almost done for development. I was gonna play for a little bit. Just to show you guys. I don't know why that button doesn't work anymore. Probably because of an update, but we'll get into that later. Not really. That's Roblox's fault, not mine. See, this game already has a custom avatar. I'm not sure how loud that is. Probably change that in post. Yeah, screw that. These don't work. Haven't scripted them yet. And they're too painful to do that yet. So I don't care. But for the selling things, this is what I was working on. To get sillier items. Upgrade center. Basically, the whole point of this game is to protect this. You can get a wall. You can even get troops to go up here. So we upgrade that and basically buy them. As for over here, you can get like melee weapons for like close combat or throwing things. I don't know. Whatever your fancy is. Probably have it in. Also kind of wish I still had the run button. That's asking too much. This is the gun shop. It's not finished yet. I've been working on the other things. Quite nice, actually. Little lights and everything. Shop, the same as the one I was showing, because I took it from this. And this is actually the original menu that I showed. See, this is actually where the graphics card came in handy. Well, for this graphics menu. I'll show you why in a second. I might actually crash my recording. So I'm probably going to have to save and leave and do something. But this is where the teleport menu comes in. I might upload this. Also to the workshop. That's to give you a little insight. These weapons, these are not part of the game. This gun is. But the rest of them are not. I still have to add weapons and more zombies. As you see, you get weapon money. In this case, Don coins. Oh yeah, right. I forgot. I haven't actually uploaded this in a while. Well, played or fixed this game in a while, so I completely forgot that they respawned. Because before, they did not want to. As you see, just gonna reset myself. Yeah, I know. Oof. But when you reset, you get your item. So now I got a nice sword. Kill these zombies with. Doesn't actually render. That's why I'm also trying to milk the other games. But yeah, you see, that's an FPS counter, ping counter. Don't work apparently. HP dart is. This doesn't. Have to fix this. But yeah, that's about it for this one.